America's modern ideals of sex, drugs, and money leads to Thottism. Thottism where girls start to become more promiscuous looking and then even on Instagram, showing pictures of their ass. Is this ideology starting to spread across the world, across even Asia? Take a look. My name is Panda from Controvert podcast, and I am your host. We also have co-host Dalen.
What's up?
And we are going to dissect this with our experience dating in Asia. Okay, so I first want to start off with looking at this girl's Instagram straight from Asia, specifically Taiwan, because me and Dalen were Taiwanese. So we're going to look at some girls that are straight from Taiwan. I will say right now as a disclaimer that this also applies to Korean girls, to Japanese girls, to a lot of just Asian girls in general. There's girls like this that are starting to appear more and more, okay? All right. So I'm covering her name. We're not going to show her Instagram handle. Maybe it might pop up later. I don't know. We'll see. But okay, so this girl, fuck man, don't say her name. All right.
We got to cut that part out.
All right. So this girl, how do you think she looks, Dalen? Like just this photo.
Straight up, she fine.
She fine, right?
Yeah,
she's
fine.
cute, right?
Yeah.
Looks
Definitely like
very innocent looking, like the type you would want to cuff up, right?
Yeah.
Let's take a look at another photo.
Oh, okay, that's cute.
That's cute.
Innocent, right?
Okay.
Look
Innocent.
at that.
The
Yeah.
smile's like very innocent looking.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's take a look at this one. What do you think?
Still okay, like she's going out
I
for
think
a
a little
night
bit
out.
more bougie, right?
A little, yeah.
Like she's trying to show
the
like,
white
oh,
dress.
I could be a little bit classy. I could be like cute, like this, like a little schoolgirl. Kimuchi, kind of like,
Yeah.
oh, you could, have some smang, like I'll be like very. And then this one is like athletic, right?
Oh,
Athletic,
okay. Yeah.
a little bit like,
yeah.
oh,
like
I have
outdoorsy.
outdoorsy. Let me
Uh-huh.
show some of my curves a little bit, but not like too much. I'm one with the nature. I'm like a really innocent girl. I
like
love
horses.
I like horses. Some kind of horses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But all right,
Riding horses.
she likes animals.
Yeah.
Right? Girls who love animals, you can never go wrong because they're like the types that are like super chill and super cutesy.
That's what you would think, right?
Little angels. Right?
That's what you would think.
Okay. Then this one.
I'm not.
What about this one?
Oh, okay. This one is just straight up OnlyFans content at this point.
Why OnlyFans though?
Dude, look. Do you see them cheeks? Like the.
Okay, but some would argue, why can't you post like that? Why can't you post like a bikini photo? Like girls go out in bikinis all the time.
Oh, you serious? Okay. Why can't they do that? Obviously, I mean, like, like like you can't just be out here posting half your ass. Like, god damn, like what are you, like a prostitute, or what are you, a hooker? Like, like I feel like girls that are doing this, they're definitely looking for attention. Definitely looking for attention.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
But like some people, they would argue like, why can't she post a photo of her nice body? It looks good.
Cause she knows what she's doing. She's trying to get attention from like guys, like she's like, oh, like I'm trying to.
How do you know that though?
I'm
just being devil's advocate, by the way.
I just want to have my cheeks clapped, that type of thing. Cause
Okay.
look at her like other photos, right? Like other photos are kind of like innocent, like giving that like girlfriend vibes type of thing, you know. And then like straight up this one, like you see, like look at these. I mean, that one's. These are like all kind of like innocent, like girlfriend vibes. And then all of a sudden you have one with like her with her ass hanging out,
Okay, you have a couple.
Like this one too, like literally just like.
You have a couple like bikini and then, okay, like this one.
See
what vibe does this give you?
Like I'm on the dating apps vibe, looking for fun type of thing,
Like kind of pulling it down a little bit, like, hey, you know?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
have some fun, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So I don't see why this is necessary to like show a little bit of, like skin like this. It's kind of giving off the vibe like, hey, I'm inviting you to,
Uh-huh.
you know, have sex
Yeah.
with me. So
She's basically inviting all her followers, right? She's just
Yeah.
like, oh,
I mean, some people might be thinking that, you know, that's a little bit excessive. Like, for example, this one's all right. Yeah, for sure. You work hard for your abs. Okay, I get that. Would I have you as like my wife? Probably not.
this one is just.
And then there's a lot of photos like this. Here,
What would you think? What would you think if a girl was posting photos of her ass like this? Do you think?
Let's stop here with the screen sharing. Let's go to what I think, right, with this whole thing. Okay. So, why the fuck do girls need to show their ass on Instagram or social media?
Right? Or
Like, why on a public space? Because, you know, like, our parents would be like, yo, you should be careful what you post online because you're not going to get a job if you post some fucked up shit.
I remember that was really heavy, like when Facebook first came out.
Exactly,
and stuff. Yeah,
right?
And then now it's
So-
just the total opposite. Everyone does not care what they post online.
No, they probably do care, but then these people are just not thinking with their brain. They're probably thinking with their ass. So that's the problem. And then they think, you know what? I'm going to prioritize
Attention.
my own attention and validation over me getting a job and making my parents happy and me being like the loving wife who is not promiscuous like this. And then they would argue, why is this promiscuous? Maybe I have a really good personality, right? But are people going to think that about you if you're posting shit like this?
Yes.
We all judge based
book
on
by its cover.
a book
Even
by
though
its
we
cover.
don't want to,
even
right?
though we say we don't.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But when we see shit like this, as guys, we don't know if you're going to be promiscuous or not.
I feel like we don't know, but most guys are leaning towards of if you're posting stuff like this, you're probably like OnlyFans content, you know, or like, you know, they're probably like, oh, like
I'm dead ass.
I don't want to.
I actually try to look for her OnlyFans. She doesn't.
she doesn't have one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Because, you know, actually, I was not because I'm like a fucking horn dog, but because I was like, you know, I wanted to verify that
Yeah.
there's just that girl that wants to just lure in
Because
guys.
some of this stuff really does look like straight up OnlyFans content, you know?
Because
But-
it's like when you're posting shit like this,
How do you expect, like, yeah, you're right, dude. Like,
this is very obvious. We know what the fuck you're doing. You're
Uh-huh.
just trying to show your ass off, like heavy. And then this gets me thinking, you know, with Asia always following Americans' culture.
oh, yeah.
You know, every time America, they come up with something, Asia follows, right? For example, dating apps got really big in America. For example, hookups started in America. Now Asia's starting to follow. Now hookups are starting to get more prominent in Asia because of American ideals, like following American ideals.
I think social media has to do with a lot of it. Like,
Yeah.
on Instagram, like, because I feel like most of the stuff that you see online originated in the US. Like, from Instagram, like, maybe TikTok, you know, and then YouTube. A lot of the stuff that happens in America, you don't see it happening in other countries. And then so it's really easy for all these other, like, Asian women or other ethnicities to, like, kind of fall into this thoughtism, you know, America's thoughtism.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like kind of like they don't even know why it's bad. They just keep following it. They don't question like the morality. Like if I do this,
yeah, you're so
and then
right.
I will attract more men and I will be able to have good relationship with good men because she has 100K followers. I have 100K followers, so I could find a guy that's going to treat me right. But think about it. If you have 100K followers, you've now put yourself in like a more reputation. You have more people that know who you are. You're more famous, right?
Yeah.
So what you're going to do if you're more famous as a woman, you're going to go for guys who have equal or better status. And if you do that, then in a sense, you're going to attract these guys with higher status or equal status, and they are more smart, and they're not going to look at your thoughtism like this, posting ass pictures and then having friends check you out like this.
Yeah.
All of these.
That's
all
a nice
of
ass.
these. It's a nice ass. But let me ask you a question.
Oh,
if you had a
damn.
girlfriend doing this, I mean, not even if you had a girlfriend, if you were talking to a girl that does this, would you take her serious, or is just more like a smash and pass?
Yeah, smash and pass.
Smash and pass, right?
Yeah.
Like me, I see this girl, I'm like, she's fine. She's really fucking fine. Especially looking at these, right? Like the earlier, like this one. We don't even have to look at the earlier ones. Like this. Your smile is great, right? But then you get to like this. You've devalued yourself so much because why do you need to show your private parts? And then people go like, well, what's wrong to show the ass? Everyone has an ass, right? Here's what's wrong, because what do guys like mostly now in this generation from a girl? Ass physically, right? I don't look at ass that much. Some guys don't look at ass.
Yeah.
But most guys, they love ass. So what you're doing is you're inviting a lot of guys sexually. Hey, look at my ass, right? And guys are always gonna have a kink for a fucking girl. You could post your feet pictures, and guys would be like, "Oh, I buy that shit," right? But the ass, it's so sexually gratifying for men, right? And then you're just like, why? You know, like if I'm a high value guy, why would I want this girl? I'm not saying that I'm a high value guy, but I'm just saying, like, if I was just a regular guy, even, I'd be like, the chance of her being promiscuous is much higher. That's my thoughts. That's my initial thoughts. It doesn't mean that she's gonna be promiscuous. It's just we all judge a book by its cover, right?
So if we see a girl with this type of profile, having pictures of her ass, automatically we have a slight little itch that, oh, they're promiscuous, right?
Correct.
But what if you see another girl, right, that has an Instagram profile, but she doesn't have a lot of ass pics, but you know that they're promiscuous? Which one do you think is worse? Someone that's advertising being promiscuous and might not.
It's obviously the one that's, you know, for sure is promiscuous. That's confirmed. But what I'm saying is, at first glance, when you see a girl, you don't know her, you're debating if you want to go further with her. It's like you have all these great photos, but then with the ass photo, you just devalued yourself.
Would this we're
talking first glance. We're not talking about like, we know this chick is promiscuous.
We're just off the back.
Yeah, right off the bat.
Viewing their profile, right?
Yeah. It's like, for example, like this, like for like me, right? If I knew me posting myself doing stupid things online, like pranks, would turn girls off.
Yeah.
Would I do that? Would I post it online?
Probably not.
Probably not. I would stop doing that, right? I say that because, you know, I have a prank channel.
Yeah.
And I actually feel like that turns off a lot of girls, and that's why I stopped doing that. I was like, you know, that's not a big reason why I stopped doing it, but it was partial. I was like, you know, this is not good for my image, and I'm not the type of guy who wants to be. I don't want to be known for that, right? It's the same thing. Do you want to be known for just having a nice ass, or do you want to establish like a name for yourself, like the girl who has a cute smile?
So would this kind of push you away, or would this give you second thoughts? Would you still give this girl a chance if, like, first glance looking at her and then you guys haven't gone on a date yet? Would you give her a chance?
I would still give her a chance.
Okay.
And I've given girls like this a chance before. It's because you never want to judge a book by its cover, right? Like, I affiliate this with like a book by its cover, but it's still a high chance. It's like a credit history. It's like your credit rating, because if you're the type to do these types of things, I know you like attention and validation. And if you're the one that likes that, you might go seek that when you don't have it from me, right? You like to ride these waves of just getting guys to like, and I'm sure she knows a big majority of her following are guys. I'm sure.
Yeah.
If you're gonna lie to me and be like, no, I post this because I look, it's bullshit, dude. You like the attention and validation because it makes you feel good.
Dude, for me, like, if I saw a girl like this, first things would be like, oh, okay, like, you know, obviously she has a nice body, you know, she's cute. She's, you know, she has established, you know, kind of a name for herself, you know. Not sure if it's good or bad, you know, but she, you know, she got something going, you know. But then like the biggest turnoff would be the same thing for you, like just the ass pictures. Some of the bikini pictures are okay, right? But I feel like when you deliberately turn around and moon, or like when you like that's, you know what you're doing at that point, you know. But like, you know, bikini or something on the beach is okay, but like when you're turning around, you're just like, here let me just pop this up for you, you know, like, you know, like that's a little, you know, like that's too much.
And when you have like, where's that one photo where you're like telling your friend, hey, look at my ass, let me just turn it around, and then also you can't even see any covering of the ass.
I know,
hole.
yeah.
Like, it's the inside of the cheeks that you can see.
Yeah, dude.
It's like you might as well not wear the bikini at all, because the bikini is not doing shit there.
Yeah, it really
This is straight up OnlyFans content, pretty much, because that's a bare ass.
Yeah,
you could
it
see
is.
the fucking cheeks. You don't see any white in there. Her bikini's white, right? You don't see any white. You just see the dark. You can practically see her vagina.
I know.
Probably
Yeah,
in certain angles. And same thing for these. You know, it's like this bikini is covering the back, the lower back.
Yeah, it's not even
What
covering
is? It's not covering shit. What are you? And then you're gonna tell me, no, I posted to look good. This probably does a better job, but it's like the angle. We know what you're fucking doing here.
Yeah.
It's so deliberate. Like, we
Oh,
get it.
shoot.
You want to show your ass, but there's so many different ways you can show your ass, right?
Yeah.
There's so many different ways you can show your ass without looking like a complete thought. And like, for example, here, this one, right? This one, you could show your ass like this with this. Was this the tights? The tights covering it. You could have done a
Leggings,
pose where it's like, you know, turned around, and it's actually protecting your skin.
Yeah.
It's covering, but you want to show your bare ass to everyone.
He's like, I'm gonna do it for free. You don't even gotta pay me.
And now it's become so common in Asia, dude, which is fucked, because Asia just takes for all of the fucking American ideals, and we have so many bad ideals here and culture. For example, like what I just said, these sex, drugs, and money.
Yeah.
Like all these dumbass rappers just preaching about sex, drugs, and money. Now what do we have? We have hookup culture, right?
Yeah.
And what do we have? We have idiots taking drugs, like more than like Asia.
All the kids. Yeah, all the kids here are just...
And we have gun violence. So all these promotions all stem from like the type of music you listen to, right?
Yeah, the
And
culture.
the culture.
Yeah.
So in Asia, they listen to American culture, like the American music. They do have like some of their own, but like they still listen to like
mainly
American music. So I think the spread of Thottism is definitely penetrating Asia, especially Taiwan, right? If you're a viewer and then you're watching this whole thing, you made it to this point, let us know. I mean, if you're Korean, Japanese, Vietnamese, you know, any other Asian, Thai, whatever, let us know if you think that Thottism is spreading across to your country, because we're very curious to hear about that. Because whatever American ideals come up, like Asia just follows, right?
Yeah.
So that would be like a lot of Asia. But yeah, I mean, my final thoughts on this, dude, I think that it's not really a necessity to follow American culture. I think these girls just don't know any better. Maybe even some guys are following the American culture when it's just bad for them. But that's a totally different topic, right? We're just focusing on like these girls, because we're Asian men and we look at Asian women. So we're going to be like, you know, yeah, we think this is hot. We think this is turn off, you know, like you just got to evaluate what is actually the thing that's going to make you look better as a person. Are you purposely trying to look like an OnlyFans girl, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's fucked.
That is really fucked.
Yeah. They just don't know better.
Yeah. NPCs.
She's really cute, but I'm about to unfollow this chick because it's way too much just showing your ass all the fucking time. Yeah, I thought I thought she was cute in other aspects, but like any girl that posts shit like this deliberately, there's other ways you can be humble about getting validation from guys, but deliberately showing your ass for the camera, like mooning the camera, huge turn off. And I would not husband you up unless you had a really good personality. But what you're doing is you're essentially putting yourself down a little bit, so that you have to compensate in other avenues. And that's the message I want to give to a lot of these girls who think they are doing good for themselves, but they're actually hurting themselves in the long run, because you will have a hard time.
You're inviting the wrong type of attention.
Exactly. You're inviting the wrong type of guys too, because you're going to go for like the guys who are like equal or higher status than you.
And they got options.
And they got options. They're not going to go for a girl who is mooning the fucking camera and showing off like OnlyFans content.
They treating you like a toy.
Yeah, they're gonna smash and pass you. I would just smash and pass you. Dalen would too. Yeah. So you gotta look out for yourself. I mean, the other avenue that you can go is you gotta date down. You gotta go for guys who are beta, incel, have absolutely no information about what type of girl to chase. Super desperate guys. They would date you, but are you gonna be happy dating them? Fuck no. You're just gonna be like, nah, fuck. I need to get someone who's better. I deserve someone who's like better, physically attractive, financially capable. You're gonna do is you're just gonna attract these guys who are incels on Reddit all day and just like super loser nerd guys who look at you and probably jerk off your photos.
Dilly.
And you're just gonna attract those guys, right? But the guys you actually want are not gonna want you. And for any girl in Asia who is experiencing the spread of the autism, be cautious, because it's coming to you. And anyone in America, passport bros who are going to Asia, beware of them, because they're starting to become thoughts. And I say this because, oh shit, I forgot to say this, but I dated in Taiwan like for 2 years.
Oh yeah.
So I dated in Taiwan for 2 years.
Was this prevalent then? Were they?
That's the thing, man. Like 10 years ago when I was dating there, compared to now, oh my god, so many more girls are becoming more thoughty. So many more girls are posting pictures like, and they're not IG influencers. They're just girls who are, 200, 300 followers.
And they just want
They're posting shit like this because they think, oh, it's cool. It's the new wave. Americans do it.
I'm getting likes.
I'm getting likes.
So fun.
But they only have 300 followers. Way less than me. I'm like, fuck, you're a girl. You're cute. You're posting ass pictures. You still don't have that many followers. Why are you doing this? You fucking loser shit. So, like, it's like to be a attractive looking girl and not having followers, that sucks. And you're degrading yourself, dude. Find other ways to advertise yourself to have that certain level of status, because it's not working. Right?
If your goal is to find a guy, good guy, it's not gonna pan out. Yeah.
All right. That's all for today, and we will see you guys next time on Controvert Podcast. Make sure to subscribe. Leave your thoughts below on what you think, if the spread of Thottism is going to Asia or not. We'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
Catch you later.